Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing good. Let's get started. Gentlemen, listen very closely. There are certain sentences a woman can say that are not just words, they are exit signs. They are the sound of respect leaving the relationship, and I promise you, love always follows respect out the door. I'm not talking about the small, day to day disagreements. I'm talking about specific, loaded phrases that reveal her true underlying mindset about you, your value, and your place in her life. Most men hear these phrases and do exactly the wrong thing. They ignore them. They're blinded by attraction, by the history they share, or by the simple, powerful fear of being alone. They make excuses for her. She didn't mean it. She's just stressed. It's not a big deal. But here's a fundamental truth you must understand about female communication. It is almost never accidental. Especially when it comes to phrases that wound, women are masters of subtext. They can deliver a devastating blow to your self-worth with a smile in a tone so sweet, you'll almost thank her for it. The moment you let these phrases slide, you are not being the bigger person. You are actively training her that you will tolerate disrespect. You are teaching her that your boundaries are meaningless. This isn't about paranoia. It's about emotional intelligence. It's about recognizing that words are windows. And if a woman in your life says these 5 specific things, it's not just a red flag, it's a 5-alarm fire. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what these phrases are, why they are so psychologically damaging, and how recognizing them today can save you months or even years of emotional drainage and wasted time. For some of you watching, this video isn't a warning, it's a diagnosis. Phrase number 1, you're just being too sensitive. This is, without a doubt, one of the most manipulative phrases in the relationship playbook. Let's call it what it is, the deflection shield. When a woman uses this line, she's almost never making an objective observation about your emotional state. She is actively avoiding accountability for her own. Here's the typical scenario. She does or says something that is genuinely disrespectful. Maybe it's a cutting joke at your expense in front of friends. Maybe she's an hour late with no call. Maybe she flirts with another man right in front of you. When you calmly and rationally call her out on it, she doesn't apologize. She doesn't engage with your point. Instead, she flips the script. Relax. God, you're just being so sensitive. Do you see the psychological trick? In 2 seconds, the conversation is no longer about her disrespectful behavior. It's about your flawed reaction. She's not just dismissing your feelings, she's punishing you for having them. Over time, this is devastating. You'll start to question your own reality. You'll stop bringing things up. You'll silence yourself to avoid being labeled as too emotional or weak. And just like that, you've been conditioned. She has successfully established that her behavior is not up for discussion. Men, let me be clear. A high-value woman who respects you wants to know your boundaries. When she accidentally crosses one, she'll apologize and adjust. A woman who says, "This is telling you, your boundaries are an inconvenience to me, and your feelings don't matter." Phrase number 2, why can't you be more like? This one is the unwinnable competition. When a woman starts comparing you to another man, she is verbally communicating that her admiration is directed elsewhere. Whether she's comparing you to her ex, "My ex always knew how to plan a date," a coworker, "Brian at my office is so driven and fit," or even a character in a movie, the message is identical. You are not enough. She's putting your flaws under a spotlight and comparing them to another man's highlight reel. This is one of the most corrosive things that can happen to a man's confidence. It's designed to plant a seed of insecurity, to make you feel like you have to compete for her approval, to make you start chasing her. The moment you start trying to be more like this other man, you've already lost. You've abandoned your own authentic self to become a cheap copy of someone else. And ironically, this behavior is one of the fastest ways to destroy any attraction she has left for you. A woman who truly respects you will inspire you to be the best version of yourself. She'll appreciate your strengths and support you with your weaknesses. She won't make you feel like you're in a constant audition for a role that's already been cast. If she's constantly looking at other men as the standard, it's a clear sign she no longer sees you as the prize. Phrase number 3, I don't need you. This phrase is subtle, and that's what makes it so dangerous. It's the independence armor. It's often disguised as a statement of strength and independence, and on the surface, that's fine. A capable, independent woman is a great thing, but in the context of a committed relationship, this phrase has a much darker meaning. There is a Grand Canyon sized difference between I am capable on my own, but I choose to be with you, and I don't need you. The first one is a statement of partnership. The second is a statement of emotional detachment. It's a power play. It tells you that you are replaceable. It implies that you bring no unique value to her life that she couldn't get elsewhere. A man has a fundamental biological drive to feel needed, not in a dependent, helpless way, but in a way that shows his presence, his effort, and his protection are valued. He needs to feel wanted. When she says, I don't need you, especially during an argument or when you're trying to help, she is telling you that you are non essential. You've been downgraded from partner to accessory. Over time, this kills your motivation. Why would you go to war for someone who constantly reminds you they wouldn't care if you were there or not? This isn't independence, it's a warning that she's already emotionally checking out. Phrase number 4, if you really loved me, you would. This right here is the emotional hostage situation. This phrase is a gun to the head of your integrity. It is pure, unfiltered manipulation. And it is designed to do one thing, to test your boundaries. She's not making a request, she's issuing a demand and using your love for her as collateral. If you really loved me, you would buy me that. If you really loved me, you would skip poker night with your friends. If you really loved me, you wouldn't question me about. Too many men hear this and panic. They think, I have to prove my love. So they buy the thing. They cancel their plans, they back down, and in that moment, the relationship is over. Why? Because you just taught her that your love is transactional. You taught her that all she has to do to get her way is to question your commitment, and you will fold. You prove that your principles are for sale. This is not love, it's control. Real love respects your no. Real love doesn't demand you set yourself on fire to keep her warm. The moment you give into this, you cease to be her partner and become her puppet. A woman cannot and will not ever respect a man she can control that easily. Phrase number 5, you're lucky to have me. The final phrase, the pedestal power play. This one sounds playful, even confident. She might say it with a smirk. But underneath the surface, it's a direct threat to the balance of the relationship. She is not complimenting you. She is establishing a hierarchy. She is telling you that she is the prize and you are the fortunate one who gets to be in her presence. She's telling you that she is out of your league and you should be grateful she's settling for you. In a healthy, balanced relationship, both people feel lucky. It's a mutual feeling of, wow, I get to be with this person. But when one person has to remind the other that they are lucky, it's not confidence, it's arrogance. This mindset will poison everything. You'll find yourself constantly working to deserve her. You'll be the one putting in all the effort while she sits back on her self built pedestal, judging whether or not you're worthy. She's not your partner, she's your superior. And in a dynamic like that, real attraction is impossible to sustain. Leans in slightly, speaking with conviction. Gentlemen, let's be blunt. Love is an emotion. Respect is a decision. A woman can be angry with a man she respects. She can be frustrated with a man she respects, but she will never, ever disrespect him in these ways. Here's the hard truth you need to accept. A woman can fall out of love with a man she respects, but she will never be able to love a man she doesn't. Respect is the foundation. Without it, the entire house collapses. If you are hearing these 5 phrases, you are not in a healthy relationship. You are in an extended exit interview and you've already failed. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these have you heard? What was the outcome? Drop your story in the comments below. Your experience might be the wake up call another man needs to read. And if you found value in this, hit that subscribe button. Because in the next video, we're going to talk about the 3 subtle tests women use to gauge your mental strength and how 99% of men fail them without even knowing they're being tested. You don't want to miss it. See you in the next one.